You all know that sound. It's another GBL Network interview, this time featuring Mr. I Am a Voice. 3 years ago, we interviewed and we were friends. Now we are married with one daughter and a child on the way. Two businesses come together and united. What do you think about that? So what's going on, everyone? It's your girl Gabrielle from the GBL Network, and I am here with a very special guest. Y'all all know who it is. It's my partner, my homeboy, Mr. I Am a Voice. 3 years ago, we did an interview at the library. I think it was outside, wasn't it? Yeah, it was outside. Juwanza had just got started. I mean, I was just getting started. He was actually my first interviewee that I did as far as an entrepreneur in Statesville, North Carolina. Look at where we are today, to where I got a ring, I have a baby, I have clothes. I mean, we have grown tremendously. I just wanted to start off by thanking them for just allowing me to be a part of your vision and everything that God is doing in your life, you know, outside of I Am a Voice and dealing with I Am a Voice. So I do want to thank you for that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First off, let's just talk about, like, I know we did some interviews earlier, but let's just basically talk about the change that has happened in your life tremendously from 3 years ago to now.
All I can say is that it wasn't an overnight, and it's still not an overnight, because there's some things that I'm still learning, and there's some things that I'm still understanding. And there's some things that I'm pruning out of my life, adding to my life. As y'all can see, I'm married now. As she said, we have a child, we have a little girl. You know, so I got 2 girls now. So my voice gonna have to be heard because it's crazy. But it's just a humbling experience to be able to still be here. And you may say, well, 3 years is not a long time. You know what I'm saying? Any time that you're doing something for God, you know what I'm saying, is going to be a monumental moment. Yeah. Because you got to understand that when you step out and be what God has called you to be, there is adversity, there is attacks, there is so much that is against you that sometimes if you're not careful, you would think it's a whole lot against you that rather than it is for you. Yeah. But the Bible says He'll never leave you nor forsake you. And man, it's crazy, man. As you can see, we're gonna be showing you some of my stuff that I have, but I hope I'm flowing in your questioning.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm just happy. I'm excited. As you can see, we are here and where I started at. You know what I'm saying? This is where I started. We are in my old room, y'all. We're in my old room. So the background, the scenery, even though it look a little bit janky, I want it this way for the purpose of showing you this is where I am, this is where I started. You know, I ain't too flashy, too nothing, man. I'm just coming to you as an organic individual.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, because I believe that the more transparent you are, the more people won't have to put on. You know what I mean? Because man, it's great to know that we have you along with others, but we have y'all here that are tangible in Statesville, North Carolina, that is actually doing something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's different from us being able to see people on TV and we get the glitz and glam and think that they started out in the fancy warehouses and as to where they are today. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we don't ever get to go to the behind the scenes of how Forever 21 got started. We don't ever get to go to the behind the scenes of how, you know, Ralph Lauren and how they got started. Yeah. We don't get to go to how they started and they lived. We don't get that. Yeah. So it leaves a kind of like an imaginative figure of thinking that they started out with all the glitz and glam, knowing that they didn't. So I like the fact that you are a tangible entrepreneur who is on his way, you know, to just growing in God, being successful, and who eventually will be able to have those Fortune 500 companies with your clothing line, you know, and ministry. Yeah. But we get to see how it started. We get to see that, you know what, man, it wasn't always easy. Yeah. And it's good to know that, you know what I mean? So thank you for not hiding that from us. And thank you for being able to be transparent with us and share that with us.
I'm just an entrepreneur. I am, but most of all, I'm a man of God first. Yeah. You know, I don't like to put out what I do. I don't like to advertise. Let me say that. I don't like to advertise what I do more than who I am and who I represent. I represent God. Everything about me, you know what I'm saying, it deals and it falls back into my relationship with God. Who I am as an individual, what my business represent, you know, it falls back on my relationship with God. Even though I'm the owner, you know what I'm saying, even though I'm the owner, it still falls back to the creator, which is God. So again, I always remember where I'm coming from, but never forget where I'm going. And I just want to focus on the ministry aspect, because the business is going to continue to grow. As long as I'm doing my part, long as I'm constantly delivering, long as I'm constantly or continually to put stuff out there to show y'all what I have, guess what? People going to grab it. So my part is already done. You know what I mean? I said in the interview earlier, y'all going to see that piece too, that, you know, you cannot focus on time.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too, because I was like, yeah, we got to talk about it.
You can't focus on time because time will cause you to lose time.
Yeah.
If you get caught up on time, you will lose time, because you will spend more time worrying about, Lord, why I'm not here, rather than saying, Lord, thank you for while I'm where I am. Let me utilize my time. Let me see what I really have and make something out of it. Your focus will be on more, and then it calls you to be a little bit more appreciative for what you have, to where the Bible says, if you be faithful of a little, He'll make you rule over many. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, man, is that where I am, I only can speak for me, is that I'm growing to maturity. You know what I'm saying? Where I started with my first interview with Gab to where I am today. It's just a humbling experience, and as well, it's a growing experience. I'm not gonna stop putting out humble. It's a growing experience, because to be able to now be in the seat of an entrepreneur, or to now be in the seat of a leader, and to play that role, y'all gotta understand, I'm more than just an entrepreneur as a leader. I am a husband. I am a father. You know what I'm saying? I am a son. I'm more than just an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is just something that God has allowed me to fund, not even fund, to make money to be able to take care of my family, so I can even have time to do what He has called me to do. And we're going to get into other questioning about what I do, everything. I'm trying to get ahead of myself, but I'm just flowing. Yeah. So, but go ahead. I ain't gonna jump into
No, but I really wanted to elaborate on that part where because in the car, we were just talking about how, I think the question was, you know, how can you see, what growth have you made from now to, from 3 years ago to now? And what you were saying was, you know, I'm not really focusing on the time. And you said that once I get on God's time, you know, then that's when I'll be on time. You know what I mean? And I just thought that was so amazing, because, you know, once God has given us a vision, it's like we take it and run. Like we take the baton and just go. And then we're like, wait, God, this is getting too much. Why did you give me this? And He's like, I ain't really tell you to do all that. You know what I mean? And so I just kind of wanted you to elaborate on those experiences where you realize, you know what, Lord, I'm trying to take what you gave me and put it in my hands and do it, instead of allowing you to work.
What I say is that, again, you can't get caught up on time. Why? Because it causes you to waste time. Why do I say that? Is because you know, you can't put a time on God.
That's right.
You can't put a time on God. You can't put an expiration date. You can't put nothing on God. You just got to focus on you and what God has given you through the time that you have, being able to make something out of it. You can't worry about, okay, God, I'm ready. Because He's the one who created you. He's the one who gave you the vision. So He'll know when you're ready or not, because eventually it's going to come. So I talked about presentation day. Presentation day is the day where you're able to deliver whatever it is that you've been preparing. I use the analogy or an example of working at a job where a promotion.
Yeah.
You've been working at this job and been working at it and you've been crying about a promotion. Man, I want to get a promotion. I'm the one that deserves this position, that, and the third. You see everybody else doing their thing, but yet and still, you still say that, okay, God, I feel like I'm worthy enough to be in this position. But the whole time while you was worrying about getting in position, you didn't focus on preparing for the position. You didn't focus on gathering all your information. You didn't focus on, everything that you need for that position, so when you got into the position, you will be ready.
Wow.
So you have to just focus on yourself. Like, I used to be a person who looked at Instagram, and I still get on Instagram and everything, but I used to look at it, and I see guys like Kevin Hart and all these other guys doing their thing, and I get discouraged. I remember in this very room, but I had, as time progressed, I had to realize is that I'm not Kevin Hart. I'm not Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
I'm not even nobody even in the local areas that I cross paths with each and every day or every now and then and so forth and so on. So like, I gotta focus on me. I gotta deal with me. I can't worry about nobody else.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Even in the business, yeah, you got competition in business, but when you in God gonna take care of it.
That's right.
You don't worry about like, okay, God, you do what you supposed to do. Now, granted, you will have that feeling of anxiety will kick in, and you will have those pressures, but you got to. The Bible says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." You have to give it to Him. You have to cast your cares unto Him and let Him deal with that. Let Him worry about that, and you go do what He told you to do. So it's just one of those things that, again, you can't focus on time. Okay, God, I'm ready. Well, when you're ready, you don't have to. Let me tell you something. When you're ready, you don't have to tell God when you're ready.
That's right.
It's gonna come.
That's right.
You gonna know. You gonna.
That's right.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna be on time.
And this is how you gonna know. It's gonna blow your mind to the point where you ain't even gonna be ready. Because what God has for you is bigger than what you. It's bigger than what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than. It's bigger than what you're looking. It's bigger than what you can. If you can imagine yourself doing something huge, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Because what God set you up, He set you up so well to the point where, like, it's like one blessing can take care of the rest of your whole life. When God blesses you and when God sets you up, you set up for good. But the only way that you know is God, but you gotta have a relationship with God. So we're gonna talk about.
You were talking about, being able to get on God's timing. When you get on God's timing, that means that you got to make some sacrifices. You know what I mean? That means you're going to have to cut some things, because what you are trying to do and what God is trying to do, sometimes it don't work together like that. So just being able to understand that, there's some sacrifices that I need to make. What was some sacrifices that you realized, God, I gotta make this sacrifice to get with you so I can get on your side?
For me to answer that question, how sometimes people just be getting on deep with it.
Yeah.
Nah, but to answer that question, I'm still sacrificing. Like, there's more sacrifices that I have to make because I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
So again, that's another nugget. That's another teaching tool, is that you're going to be making sacrifices for the rest of your natural born life.
So don't feel bad.
So whether if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a spiritual leader, if you, whatever it is, you're going to have to make some sacrifices for the rest of your life. But some of the sacrifices I made when I started this business, man, I had to cut some folk off. When you're serious about something, and when God has, ordained for you to pursue something, like, you have to really take the time out and to reevaluate your circle, because there's certain people, man, that you may not see, that you may not see it in the beginning, but eventually, as you move forward and as you go forth in God and being a success, let's put God aside. As you go forward and be a success, you will see you would see the move.
Yeah.
You would see them show their real and true colors. That if you would have saw it in the beginning, you would have saved a whole lot of time, a whole lot of money, a whole lot of everything. To now, guess what? You find out that some of your money missing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you have to be very, very focused on. You gotta be so. You gotta worry about what's going on in your circle. You gotta know who's on your team, who's on your side, because eventually you're gonna have to make those sacrifices. But yeah, I had to make some. You know what I'm saying? Not just as a business owner, but I ain't gonna say I'm a business owner yet because I'm not a business owner. Let's just be honest. But I am an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I am growing to becoming a business owner where I can eventually put that stamp of approval and say, okay, I'm official. I got my own store. I got my own stuff, and we can ready to rock and we can ready to roll. So again, that's a part of my stepping stones, and I know where I am.
Yeah.
Like, even with me saying that, they don't put me in no discouraging place. Like, man, I know where I am to where I have goals to reach. Anything that is contributing to your vision is not a waste investment. Alright, man. This your boy Juwanda Joseph, Mr. IAMAVOICE. Y'all tune in to Gabrielle, my wife, owner of GBL Network. Also tune in to my daughter's series, Read It Along with Zahara. But y'all keep me in prayer. I keep you in prayer. Keep my family in prayer as we go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Praying that we all go to the next level. Maybe on different levels and different platforms. But I'll see you there.
All right. Thank y'all for staying tuned in to GBL Network. Go to YouTube, subscribe, like, and share. All right. Blessings. Peace.